Oh yeah, Black Sun and the Hizzle, all for shizzle dizzle. So tonight we're gonna go over to MD's platform, MD's channel, and now MD has a title talking about Iran. What I'm assuming, MD's gonna present the whole Iran, go into Iran, and then I'm guessing me and Vinkat are gonna go into Ukraine. Um, I'm just going to listen to the Iran thing. I don't really have an opinion on Iran right now. It's Iran just started with Israel. Do I have an opinion on it? No, no. That's why I really want to do the. I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's just. I hope there's no misunderstanding about the debate tonight. Again, I want it to be a formal debate about Ukraine, not Iran. Again, Iran just started. Iran is fresh. It's a new booty situation, and so what's the name of the channel I want to watch? It's MD20, MD20. MD, if you can't find it, MD will leave a comment on this video. He left a comment on the last video. Just click on the last video that I did, Relax and Talk Sports. So the last video he did, click on that. He did comment it. Hopefully he'll comment on this one again because I want to make sure that there's no nigga babble tonight. Like I said, I am coming to the table discussing us funding Ukraine because that's anything else. Like I said, the whole Iran situation, I'm gonna listen to it. But if he asks me, I hope he doesn't do like Miss Rowland. Well, what's your opinion on it, Black Son? I'm not gonna have an opinion on it. Again, I mean, I know that Iran is in alignment with AES, which is Burkina Faso, Mali, and Togo. Other than that, I really don't. I mean, I know that October 17th, but I really don't have an opinion over Iran and Israel. I don't have a dog in the fight. You know, I like Benjamin Netanyahu. Um, Other than that, I really can't speak on Iran and Israel. That's why I said because I want to get this with situation with Ukraine resolved. Then we can move on. Then I can move on. Then it can start. You know, this thing with Ukraine has been going on for so long, and what I don't even think even an MD is aware of. I definitely know Big Cat's not aware of it. Is that I've been doing this since 2014. I did a show. Let me say that again. I did a show on the Maidan Revolution when they first uprose, long before. See, a lot of people got into this, and I'm assuming. And correct me if I'm wrong tonight, Big Cat. I'm assuming all this Russian invasion, Russian Ukraine thing was new to you in 2022. I knew about this thing way before Russia got involved in 2014 when the Luhansk and Donetsk republics separated. I knew about it back then, long before Zelensky got in office. So yeah, that's how long ago I knew about it. So you know, it started off as a civil war. So again, I will put everything on the table to build my case of why we should be supporting Ukraine. Like I said, I got resources. I'll tell you my sources now. Provoked uh, by Scott Norton. What else? I'll be using, of course, out of the horse's mouth, the horse being goddamn Vladimir Putin, Sergei Lavrov, Dmitry Medvedev. Uh, I mean, those three sources are good enough right there. And I will, now, what new I will bring to the table is uh, Russia's capitulation plan for Ukraine, basically in step mode 2.0. And Russia has not wavered. In fact, they did not even waver from the Minsk Accords, but things get worse as time progresses. Things get worse and worse for Ukraine because now Russia has obtained land and they're looking at obtaining if not four more territories before the summer's out. So, um, yeah, my argument is that it's going to be impossible for a Ukraine victory. Because the only thing I can think of is why we would support Ukraine, um, because Zelensky doesn't want to capitulate. Zelensky wants a Ukraine victory. He wants to push Russia not only out of Donetsk and Luhansk, he wants to push them out of Crimea, which Trump and Obama have already capitulated that territory being part of the Russian Federation. But yeah, you're talking about pushing the Red Army up out of Luhansk and Donetsk, up out of well, soon to be sooner, up out of Bakhmut. I mean, it's just like, bro, that's a waste of money, and I will bring that to the I'll bring that to the debate tonight to MD's platform. Again, MD has in the title, so I don't want nobody to get confused. He's going to talk about Iran. I'm assuming he's going to give his analogy, give his opinion, then the main course. So I guess I would say that. Oh shit! I would say that. I would say that. MD talking about Iran would be the appetizer. Me and Vinkat coming to the table talking about Ukraine will be the main course. So I hope I'm right about this. Again, I hope I'm not caught in the deer in the headlights, because if MD want to debate Iran, I ain't gonna have nothing to say. Again, I really don't have a dog in the fight when it comes to Iran and Israel, because I'm still analyzing the situation. I'm still analyzing, and I'm still have not come with a conclusion. Israel sending missiles, and yeah, we do pay taxes with Israel. Um, but if Israel's wrong, I'll say they're wrong. However, when I look back at October 17th, but again, I'm not going to get into it because I'm still analyzing the situation, because I think there's a bigger situation dealing with not only Russia, I'm sorry, dealing with Iran, but with Russia. And I think it all ties to AES. And AES is a new situation, a new phenomenon. So AES and Iran are completely new situations, as opposed to me coming to a debate, just boom, 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 having sources off the top of my head, because I've been dealing with this since 2014. And so because I've been dealing with 2014, it's easy to deal with a person like Vinkat, who has called me a Russian propagandist, and so I can easily come with the facts, because when you talk about propaganda, it's usually propaganda is a falsehood. I'm going to be facts, and I'm going to bring timelines to the table and bring everything to the table regarding the Ukraine-Russia conflict, and showing why it's impossible for Ukraine to win, and showing that they lost a long time ago, and that it's just money being spent now. What's going on is a military industrial complex that Eisenhower warned about. It's just become a racket, and Ukraine has allowed themselves to become a tool of this racket. But because Zelensky is getting paid from this, hell, he can send the Ukrainians off to their death, because it is a death suicide, because you have 40 troops to one Ukrainian. So yeah, it's not a good situation for Ukraine. However, if Venkat want to dispute that, then I will be glad to oblige him, and this is why we're having tonight. I hope this is the title. I hope damn MD's not doing switcheroonie. If you're doing a switcheroonie, I'm just gonna play possum. I'll be like, yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I agree with you. Anytime a person does a switcheroonie with me, I just say, oh, okay, I agree. I agree. Unless I don't agree with them, like a uh, situation with what's his name, Roland, where I just had to say, wait, hold up, But I can't really comment on the whole Israel Iran situation, because I'm still analyzing it. I'm still analyzing it, and I'm still trying to get why. Um, Again, like what I originally said about Israel is that this is a revenge situation, and I'm not going to argue about how Israel takes their revenge. I'm not going to do that. So let me see what we got on the chat, y'all. Uh-oh. What we got in the chat, y'all? Live chat. Let's see. Good morning. Relax and talk sports. Prosperity. Hey, Prosperity. How you doing, babe? How you doing? How you doing? There isn't even a argument. Ukraine was never going to win. I agree. Right. Right. Relax and talk sport. They were never going to win. That's why I'm just curious. I'm really curious more than anything about Vincat's stance. Now, I'm assuming MD is going to moderate it and be the ref because MD, he knows damn. I mean, he said a long time ago, and I quote him, he knows damn Ukraine's not going to win. So I would definitely not entertain MD in a debate with that because he had already stated that hell, Ukraine's going to lose. But I really think sincerely that Vinkat really believes Ukraine can actually pull this off and win. So yeah, I would like to definitely entertain him on that, you know, because Ukraine don't have a chance in hell. And so why should we fund a country that doesn't have a chance in hell in their objectives and their goals? Zelensky's objective is to push Russia out of Ukraine. And in order to do that, you got to have boots on the ground. And even if we had NATO boots on the ground, you have to ask yourself, is that worth it? I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth fighting Russia in their territory because the war will drag on to the winter, and once winter hit, that's it for us. That's it. That's it for NATO. That's it for Ukraine. That's it for America if we decide to go up in there. That'd be it for us. Once that winter time hit, it's over with. So again, I don't see where it's beneficial for us to keep funding, keep our tax dollars going into a war that most of the country voted against. Most of the country voted against continuing the war in Ukraine and funding the war in Russia and funding. And again, and like I said, I don't know if Vinkat think I'm one of these MAGA yahoos, but I've been studying this since 2014. So, yeah, I'm gonna bring to the table not only the Maidan Revolution, but the separation that the republics had a referendum on, and yeah, if he wants to argue that, we can argue that. Yeah, that's why they're at war now, and we can argue it. But at the end of the day, Russia's winning, and those territories, as a capitulation for Ukraine, they're going to have to accept those goddamn republics. They're going to have to accept those republics, those new formed republics, that being Donetsk, Zaporozhye, and Crimea. Obama already accepted Crimea, and so did Trump. So Trump's already capitulated to Crimea. I mean, because Obama capitulated to Crimea. So I wouldn't even say Trump capitulated to Crimea. Obama capitulated to Crimea being part of the Russian Federation. And you expect Zelensky to get that back? Wow. You expect Zelensky to get that back? Not happening. That's a pipe dream. But, again, I will entertain Vinkat for the sake of entertaining. And if MD want to jump in and get his head cracked too, he can get his head cracked too. Shit. But MD knows better. He knows better. Shoot, he knows better. But I'm assuming MD, I don't know. I don't know if he's going to do like a SVDL type of setup. I don't know what he's going to do. But I think it's good. I think it'll be fun, and I don't think it'll be very structured and entertaining. It'll be entertaining regardless. Again, I'm ready. Um, I think Vincat's ready. I hope he's ready. I don't, I'm assuming he's going to freestyle just from whatever talking points and whatever mainstream media beliefs that he has from the CNNs, whatever he's going to do. I'm going to bring mine, and we're going to. I'm gonna bring my stuff. He's gonna bring his stuff, and that's what it's gonna be. I just hope he goes back to 2014. I mean 2014, and I hope he deals with the referendum, and I hope he deals with the Ukrainian constitution. Other than that, yeah. So yeah, and then yeah, I mean, I don't know. Will he justify again? So again, if this is not the topic, MD, then I'm going to be a deer in the headlights. And so let's not make Black Hunt be a deer in the headlights because I don't have no say about the Ukraine. I mean, I'm sorry, I have no say about them Iran and Russia. I mean, Iran and Israel. I have really have no say about that. I'm still analyzing that. I'm still analyzing that, and I'm still taking what facts I can put together, and it's still developing. It's still developing. So I can't jump out the window and say, "Oh, I'm for Israel," or "I'm for Iran," or "I right is and right and wrong." No, I can't do that. So again, I hope your analogy on that whole thing is just the appetizer. And I hope me and Vincat's debate is the main event. So yeah, that's what I'm prepared for to deal with. Why we should be supporting Ukraine. I'm anything on Iran and Israel. I'm just going to be like, okay, yeah, and okay, okay, and I'm not really going to have an opinion on it because I haven't formulated one yet. So I'm just letting you know up front, MD. I don't have an opinion on that. I really don't because again, it is still is developing. This thing is fresh, right out of the damn oven. This battle is right out the oven, you know. So, all right, y'all. Let me man, I gotta get some heat. I'm hungry. So shout out to Prosperity. Shout out to Relax Talk Sports. Shout out to everybody in the chats. Who else is in the chat? Shout outs. Shout outs. Connection. Damn, connection gone. Fuck.